How has this journey of being a president of such a big chamber of commerce?
See, once when you start with your leadership, once when you are matured enough to be a leader, then only you will be able to succeed this particular position.
You're a first generation entrepreneur.
Yeah, I'm a first generation entrepreneur. I started my career with a business, working as an engineer in 1986 in a small manufacturing company.
So with your experience in the LPG retail segment, where do you think the country is heading to in the next?
For another 10-15 years, I think LPG industry would do pretty good.
Where do you think is Karnataka's business entrepreneurship leading?
Things are going well. I think it should grow, and one day we will stand as the number one in the country from Karnataka.
Welcome to Grind to Gold, where we bring you intriguing conversations with people who have turned struggles into strength and hustle into success. Hi, I am Sujoti, a serial entrepreneur and a former journalist. I have built brands, created compelling stories, and lived the life of an entrepreneur from ground up. Our today's guest is Shri M.G. Balakrishna, President FKCCI 2024-25. A first-generation entrepreneur since 1989, Shri M.G. Balakrishna has built a diverse business portfolio across multiple industries, including LPG bottling and distribution, cylinder manufacturing, petroleum retail, warehouse construction, film production. He is a partner in prominent ventures such as Indo Gas, Indo Cylinders, Indo Gas Technologies, Indo Autogas, Indo Realty, and Indo Gas Tech. Shri Balakrishna actively contributes to various organizations and industry associations, including Confederation of Indian LPG Industry, All India Private LPG Bottlers Association, Namma Indian Oil Dealers Association, BIT Alumni Association, Bangalore Rural Chamber of Industries and Commerce. Over the years, Shri Balakrishna has received several prestigious awards in recognition of his entrepreneurial achievements and contributions. Udyog Ratna Award, Indra Priyadarshini Award, Business Tycoon Award, Indo-Nepal Business Award, and the prestigious Karnataka State Award. Shri Balakrishna has been associated with FKCCI for over 13 years, serving in various capacities, including chairman of subcommittees such as International Affairs and Coordination Exhibitions and Green Summit, CSR and Membership Development. Senior Vice President of FKCCI during 2023-24, now serving as the President of FKCCI for 2024-25. He aims to focus on driving initiatives that support the growth of commerce and industry in Karnataka, strengthening FKCCI's role in fostering international collaborations and trade, promoting sustainable business practices, and enhancing member engagement. Hello, welcome to yet another wonderful series of podcasts with Grind to Gold. At Grind to Gold, we focus on luminaries and industry experts in the manufacturing segment, where we listen, learn, and understand their journeys. Today, we have one such luminary who is an excellent entrepreneur, a fantastic leader, and a torchbearer in various sorts. Please join me as we welcome Shri Balakrishna to this podcast, and he is the current FKCCI President. Welcome to you, sir. So very honored to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and being here with us today.
Thank you for coming here also. Tell me.
So thank you. So we would like to first ask you about your journey with FKCCI. You've been here for 13 years, holding various positions, and today you chair the president role.
It was a good journey to start with. I started my journey with FKCCI, of course. I started at 2006, but I was not able to take off. 2006, I lost my election. Then I came back at 2009. From 2009, I got into FKCCI. From that day, I have never come back again. Almost all the years I used to win. I have taken up the various responsibilities like membership, international, then CSR, then industrial committee, various committees I headed. Of course, all the committees I did a wonderful journey and an experience which I had in this particular verticals as a chairman, and now I've taken up a position as the president. Of course, I took as vice president, then senior vice president. Now I'm the president for 24-25.
Fantastic. So how has this journey of being a president of such a big Chamber of Commerce, how has this shaped your leadership?
It's an excellent. See, once when you start with your leadership, once when you are matured enough to be a leader, then only you will be able to succeed this particular positions. So now I've taken up the various positions. I've seasoned what exactly is FKCCI. You need to understand that much before you get into this particular seat. So I have taken up all those experiences, and now I'm sitting as the president of FKCCI.
You've been actively involved with FKCCI for the past 13 years, chairing various roles. How does it feel to be the president of the Chamber of Commerce?
It's really wonderful to head of this particular such an organization. It is one of the oldest chamber in the country. This particular chamber was invited or started by our legend Sir M. Visvesvaraya in 1916. So, to become a president of such a oldest chamber, it's a privilege and it's an honor too.
Fabulous. So, how has this president role changed your leadership styles?
Well, to certain extent, I would tell you, sir, that we were a leader from last 13 years in the various verticals, and of course, today we are heading the state, and we are responsible, maybe in the state government as well as in the central government, to represent this particular business community of the whole state or the whole country, where it may be on the various issues or various verticals which we need to talk with the government. We'll be able to head on that. I think I'm enjoying this particular leadership as a president of FKCCI.
Fabulous. So, what are your key roles and responsibilities?
As a president, of course, we do have each one are divided with the responsibilities. We do have a vice president who will be heading out on the finance, and senior vice president will be heading out the administration. I'll be taking out the responsibility of the overall on the chamber.
Excellent. So, despite having made many occasions to serve the Chamber of Commerce, how have you given relevance and importance to each of them and made it more important?
Definitely, because see, once when we are taken a responsibility, you need to do that. If you talk about CSR, where I was chairman of CSR committee, we did a wonderful program on the CSR, where we recognized the best CSR people who have funded and the project which they are undertaken. We did that particular CSR Excellence Award for the whole India. Similarly, we had a membership. We recognized the member who is doing a pretty good business, so we recognize him. Similarly, we recognize on the export, the man who is doing a beautiful exports in the state. We recognize such people and we award them and recognize as an excellence man who has done a good exports. Similarly, whatever the roles we have taken on the vertical, we do recognize we did something different changes in the responsibility. See that the business communities are recognized and are addressed.
Fantastic. So, doing business is one part, but also ensuring that people in the fraternity are recognized and awarded. That is amazing. So, coming to what you are as an entrepreneur, you're a first generation entrepreneur.
Yeah, I'm a first generation entrepreneur. I started my career with a business. I started my career as working as an engineer in 1986 in a small manufacturing company. Then I came out in 92. Much before that, I started a small micro industry. It was a small turning shop where I used to have a lathe, and I started my career in 89. And later on, that industry turned into making a special equipment for LPG bottling equipments, where it was an import substitute, where people were importing. Of course, even today, people are scared when you talk about an LPG. So I started doing an equipment where such cylinders are filled with an indigenous equipment with our own knowledge and with our own idea. Where till that time, it was an imported substitute. The product which was coming at the rate of maybe 3 lakh rupees a head, which I made that into around 6,000 rupees a head. So the price variation, and of course, it can be repaired. But whereas an imported one, it is to be a disposal. Once it gets spoiled, then you need to dispose it off. It's
right.
a scrap.
Use and throw.
Use and throw.
Absolutely.
So such a product, I got it manufactured. Of course, in 93, the then government, when Manmohan Singh was the finance minister, he liberalized this policy of throwing LPG into a free market. So I was the first LPG bottling plant in a private sector to start in 93. And of course, since the demand was too huge, people accepted that product, and of course the industry was also the first type small bottling plant which was started in the country. And of course later on my journey of business started in the various verticals. Then I became a consultant. I started directing such bottling plants and equipment supplies to such bottling plants where people were importing those days. So I think today I have a market share of almost around 150 to 160 bottling plants are using my equipments.
Amazing.
So 96 I was awarded with the state government for making such product of an import substitute. Similarly, I started recognizing by maybe some people recognized in the country, state, as well as outside also, because we have done a couple of plants in Nepal. Nepal government recognized me, and we have done a couple of plants in African countries. So that way my journey started with LPG bottling, then equipments, then I became a consultant to erect such plants. Then now I'm also a third party inspection to inspect such installations. So that way my journey started with a different way, and now I'm in a different fields, different verticals as a businessman.
So that is one part of the exciting journey, but you also mentioned that you have diverse businesses. Yeah. How do you find time to manage all of them and so well?
Well, I do have a good, I always take my employees as my family. So I always treat them as my family, because we spend more time in a business than your own family. You hardly spend around 4 hours with the family a day. Of course, we will be there with 9 to 10 hours with the people whom we are taken as an employee. So we leave them the free hands, we monitor them, we advise them, we mentor them. I think they are our assets. With them, I'm doing this business now.
That is amazing. So what made you get, are you an entrepreneur by chance or by choice?
It's not by choice. It is true that it was my dream that I should become. I used to always dream, when you say big entrepreneurs, I used to always dream that when do I become like them. So the dream became a challenge. With the challenge, I started my career with, I think, I did not have even a single money which I had. It's all my friends who supported me and who mentored me that to support, because majorly when you have an idea you need money. That plays a vital role. So they played a vital role in giving some money, so that with their money, that was my self-investment, and today I'm here.
That is phenomenal. So with your experience in the LPG retail segment, where do you think the country is heading to in the next?
For another 10-15 years, I think LPG industry would do pretty good. But later on, now you have a lot of other renewable energies which are getting into the business. It may be biogas, it may be other husk gases, it may be a lot of things which are, it may be solar, where you find the electrical services also are in a better way what it was difficult earlier. LPG, of course, since we are importing LPG, government also looking for cutting down this particular imports. So that's the reason alternative fuels which our government is encouraging. I think maybe another 15 years you will not have a problem, but after 15 years I think you will have an alternative fuels in this particular business.
Apart from being an entrepreneur and your exciting entrepreneurial journey, what else do you enjoy as a person?
As of now, of course, as an honorary work, we are doing some work in FKCCI. Other than that, we do also do some of the CSR activities, which we do it with another association too. And then, of course, we work with the charitable, maybe at the old age home, or maybe education to the non-affordable families. We would help. And of course, that kills our time.
Amazing. Can you share one childhood anecdote that you really want our viewers to listen to?
Well, of course, in my journey, I think I would always remember a boy. Of course, he did not have a father. His mother was a flower vendor. And he had scored around 100 in all the PCMB, all the 4 subjects he scored 100. He got a medical seat, but of course he was not able to afford to pay the fees for his medical. Then with the connect of his teacher, it came to me. Then of course I paid his fees. Then he started studying his medical education. After first year, he used to come every year for his books and the fees. First year he came, second year he came, third year when he came to my office, then I called my accountant to get his cover for that particular boy. The boy clearly said, "Uncle, I got my scholarship. Please fund this money to somebody else."
Wow.
So it was a tear down experience when the boy, a poor boy, who asked somebody to lend this particular money to somebody to sponsor. If I keep always saying this to many people, saying that in case if anybody else was there with this position, people have taken the money for their expenditure. But this boy asked me to fund it to somebody else who are in need. Of course, that boy, he is now a neurosurgeon in Nimads.
Phenomenal. That is really a tear down moment.
Always, I keep always sharing this particular journey of experience. A boy, a poor boy, if somebody else was there, you'd have definitely accepted the money and gone. But this boy left it for somebody else to be sponsored. I keep always saying this, such people also still are there. I keep always saying that, boy, you don't give me anything, but only thing is, whenever I have some references, please treat them. Or you also, in case if God permits you, you sponsor one of the poor boy to become a doctor like you.
Amazing. That is, I think I would want to pause and, imbibe this, take this away. This is my biggest takeaway for today's podcast. And thank you so much. This is such an honor to be here with you and to imbibe all of these values from you. I guess that's what we take back, right?
Absolutely,
at the end of the
right.
day.
This is what the footprints, we leave it and go. Tomorrow we doesn't know. This is what we leave. Whatever the money you have, we don't carry the money. But whatever this type of footprints we leave, this is what we leave it here for the people to take these particular memories.
So we've had quite a bit of serious talk, but let me ask you one very personal question. Can you tell me one personal experience of yours from your childhood that brings a smile on your face every time, even to this day?
I keep always smiling, so I never get tense. Maybe a moment I always get tensed, but this is what my parents taught me, that don't get tensed, always be smiling. So the smile kills everything. So I keep, no doubt, in a business you do get ups and downs, but it's a moment. I'm always tense for 5 minutes. Then after that, I'll be smiling. It may be with my staff, it may be with my family, everyone. That's the way we have to lead for.
So this too shall pass. As entrepreneurs, we always believe that.
Yes.
This too shall pass.
Correct. Never carry your tensions. That kills your health.
You've been bestowed with many awards, Business Tycoon Award, Udyog Ratna Award, just to name a few. Which one of these is your personal favorite?
I always say that the first state award in 1996, when I took with J.H. Patel, who was the then Chief Minister, it was an amazing moment when I got state recognized me for the product which I was manufacturing. That was an import substitute. So they announced it that this is the way, the first generation entrepreneur who was recognized for this type of business. So that was my best moment, I would always say. Maybe after that I would have taken many awards. That was my first state award which I got it. So I always remember that particular award.
So coming back to your role at FKCCI, what is the one memorable incident that you would like to narrate for us?
Well, memorable is always, that is once when I became a president, that is a memorable one. Because that was the dream. Once when I got into this FKCCI, my dream was that I would need to sit one day as a president of this organization. So the day when I took over as a vice president and the day I took over as a president of this organization, that was my memorable moment.
Any incidents in FKCCI that will that you'll always take back?
Incidents do there. Of course, twice I lost my election in vice president. When I contested as a vice president, I lost twice. That is a foot forward for me. It's an education for me. What is that? How I need to take forward to become a president. Then the third time, nobody contested against me when I stood for an election as a president. So that's the way I came up. That's a memorable moment. So I would always say that.
With your vast experience as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, where do you think is Karnataka's business entrepreneurship leading?
Well, Karnataka, in the business or in industry, it's growing pretty big. The economy of this state, it's growing. We now say that as per the GST results, if we take it up, we stand second, the largest GST paid to the country. Now the way the things are going as an industry, and of course people are coming out to invest in Karnataka, things are going well. I think it should grow, and one day we would stand as the number one in the country from Karnataka in the business and the industries.
So you're saying the IT segment because in Karnataka, considering Bangalore is the silicon capital.
Earlier we call it as a silicon capital, but now the industries, the mechanical industries also are growing. You can find that equivalently the industries also have grown. You have a lot of industries who have come. You have now the semiconductor industries are coming up. Foxconn has come. A lot of big industries have come. A lot of big industrial estates are going up now. And in the defense as well as the aerospace components which are making, I think you have a larger industrial estate which had already come in the close to Bangalore. I think in the mechanical industry also we will be the growing well, and will stand first in the defense and the aerospace components to be manufactured in the country.
So we were discussing the differences between the setting up an IT segment here, also manufacturing. Now, in this era, in this generation, how easy or how difficult is it to set up a manufacturing unit?
Well, if you take it as a difficulty, it is difficulty. If you take it as easy, it's easy. See, setting up an industry today is a challenge, no doubt about it. Okay. But well, the government also are providing the plots, providing the loans. All the facilities are given. Of course, today the state government is giving a loan for women entrepreneurs at the rate of 4%. And maybe the men's are able to get at 8 to 12%, and the lands are given by the government with the KADB allotment as well as the IEDC. You do get the loans, you do get the industrial properties. You can start, but only thing is you should never lose your heart when you really want to start your business. That you should have a patience, then you can do. But always you should have an aim that I would do the business, I would start an industry, then you can do it.
Nice. So what is the role FKCCI is playing in supporting these entrepreneurs? So for example, I am a woman and I want to start an industry.
We would act as a bridge for you with the government as well as you. Okay. In case you need any help from the government, we would support you. Okay. You need any technical experts which need to be done, we do. If you want to have any joint ventures which need to be done, we'll help you. In case if you are taking something collaboration with any foreign company, we will help you. Okay. Anything on that, maybe on a policy or the rules and regulations in the government or outside the government, we'll support you as a bridge.
Very interesting. So right now, from FKCCI point of view, do you have any interesting projects that are coming up?
From FKCCI, we are coming out with the Skill Development Center at Dabaspete, where we would like to train the younger generation who are coming with AI technology, drone, as well as the space technology. These are the three technologies which we want to do it.
Wow.
Where the technologies are not being trained or no skill centers are available. So we want to start that particular skill centers. I think we are going to come out maybe in another 6 months. You would find that particular facility in Dabaspete.
So, and this will be headed by FKCCI, run by FKCCI. Yes, completely?
Completely runs by FKCCI.
Excellent, excellent. It is indeed an honor to have had you all at our show today. We've learned so much. There's so many facets of you that we have seen. Your philanthropy side, your leadership, so many things. Can you give us a closing statement for Grind to Gold?
I always say that, today instead of you working for somebody else, you become a leader in the business. You always take up the challenge to get into the business. You can do wonders. You, instead of job seeker, you be a job giver.
That brings me to one more question. I'm sorry, I know this is the conclusion part, but still I have to ask you this question. If everybody becomes a job giver, who will work for them?
You will find. See, now you have the total automation. Now everything is coming in as a robotic.
Right.
So you can be a technical man, you can be worked on as a robotic, automation to be done. That is also another challenge of doing a business. Without holding more number of laborers, you need to run the business. Today that is the scenario. Today you talk about agriculture. In the agriculture also we are talking about you don't get the laborers. How does the agriculture be done? We are using the drone technology, we are using the artificial intelligence in the agriculture too. That's the way the technology. Tomorrow you have to work without having the laborers. That maybe the technology would come.
So 2 words about Grind to Gold.
I would say that it is an excellent what you have taken up this particular thing. You are trying to get this to motivate the younger generation. I would say that such programs or such things need to be posted to the younger generation. We call it as tomorrow's leaders. This is needed.
Fabulous. So like you always say, leadership is not about titles or positions. It's about the impact that you create, and it's the inspiring journey to others. So this is your own quote, so I don't have to say that. Best heard from you. Please go ahead. Tell us, give us a closing statement.
No, it's always you need to enjoy the journey wherever you are. You are maybe in a business, or it may be when you are studying, or you are in the family. Everything you take it as a journey and enjoy the moment.
Exciting journeys. Enjoy your today. Enjoy every moment of your life. Be present here today, because present is really a gift. So much more to learn from Grind to Gold, and so many more luminaries coming up. Stay tuned. Keep watching. Signing off from Grind to Gold.